try to tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about the colleague of mine who should be here today, but she isn't. And I will tell a little bit about the experiences that I have in different parts of my working career. And at the end, I will just say a few conclusions from the experiences that I have. So as you can see on the slide, I work as an advisor at the National Agency for Special Needs Education and Schools in Sweden. It's a so long and tricky name, so we never say it. In Swedish, we just say SPSM, the letters for that. And on the picture, you can see me when I'm most comfortable, when I'm out fishing in the northern parts of Sweden. So that's just for making me feeling comfortable. Here you can see a picture of the education system in Sweden. And I will not put a lot of energy to try to explain it, but you can see below the highest level, you can see 3 legs. And if we simplify it, the one to the left is the education system who tells what the goals should be for the Swedish school system. And the one in the middle look after if we can follow the goals that is put up. And to the right you can see us, the National Agency for Special Needs Education and Schools, who should be the support to help the schools to achieve these things. Our agency, our job is to give the support. And we give support in different ways to pupils in all ages. And it's quite simple to get these help from us. You just go to our web page. So often a headmaster goes to our web page and writes something that they have a special problem at the school. They have a pupil who might be blind, in my case, and they are not used to educate people with blindness. Then we can come and help for free. So that's one of the ways we can help. We also have responsibility for 9 schools, 9 small schools, because in Sweden we try to make the school suit for everyone. So every person should be able to go to the ordinary school. But we have a few special needs schools, in fact 9, but it's just a few hundred pupils who go to those schools. For instance, there is a school in Örebro where I work, and it is for people with low vision and additional disabilities. And there are 29 pupils at that school for the moment. And it covers the whole country. So it's not a lot of persons who go there. And they might go just for a year or 2. I will say 2 other things here. We also are responsible for having the teaching material available for everyone. So if a material isn't easy to use for a blind person, we can convert it and make it available in a digital way, and also do other adjustments to the teaching material. And another big part of our work is to give fundings, for example, to teachers who have ideas how to make the teaching easier or better, new things. Then we could pay the school to hire a new teacher instead of the one who's doing the research. Now we come a little bit to my former experiences. To begin with, I'm a preschool teacher, so I've been working in that sector for a few years. And then I did some studies and became a low vision instructor. So I've been working at the Low Vision Center and the Center for AAC, where we were working with computers. The center is called Sprida, and it's a part of the County Council in Örebro. I worked there for 20 years, and it's a staff around 16 people who works there. And it's technicians, teachers, occupational therapists, speech therapists, low vision instructor, and also a leader. And in fact, I was the leader for 6 years at that place. That center, the main duty for the center is to customize computers for people with different disabilities, and also to teach how to use those tools. But if there were no good solutions available, we could also make new programs. So one of those programs is called Sarepta and has been used for some part in the deafblind area. I will, for example, it could be used as a tool when you try to teach someone new signs and so on. It's possible to put in pictures and films into that program, and then you could watch it over and over again together with a teacher, and it will be possible to watch it so many times, so all other persons will be just bored, but the person might need to look at it 100 times before they get the clue. And then, of course, we talk about deafblind persons who have a little bit of vision or a little bit of hearing. So we have never done anything that's totally, for instance, for vibrations or so on. I'm also working for another center nowadays. It's the National Center for Knowledge about persons with deafblind. We started a group maybe 3 or 4 years ago to try to be help for the organization who deliver personal aid to the group of deafblind persons. That group isn't very big. It's 4 persons, and it's called the Expert Group for Technology and AIDS. And all of us is just working part-time, so it's just a little bit of our ordinary work. For instance, I'm working 10% with that group. And I would like to tell you a lot about it, but I don't have the time. But we try to use new technology, for instance, things like this. I'm holding an estimate here, and to see if my phone, for instance, can find that thing. We do try to do solutions like that. We already have the technology around us, and with certain programs, my phone can vibrate more if I get close to this one. So you can understand there are technology around us that we don't use, but still we can have new ideas how to use them. This is my colleague who couldn't be here today. She's working for the same agency, but she also works at the National Resource Center for Deafblindness in Sweden. So she's working all over Sweden, and as you can see, she has got a lot of experiences. Her name is Berit Rönnåsen, and she has been working 37 years in this area. And she has been working both with people in all ages, and both congenital and acquired deafblindness. And she's also been working at the University of Borås as a researcher. And of course, after all these years in this sector, she has got contacts all over the world. The resource center she's working for, they have a team with a number of competences. For instance, psychologist, special counselor, social worker, and a few other areas. They are conducting assessments and interventions for the child having congenital deafblindness. They collaborate, of course, with parents, researchers, teachers, and at preschools and schools, and all other professionals within the deafblind area. And that's specific for the centers. Me, as a regional advisor working at SPSM, we just work with the teachers. We never go and work with the county councils, staff, or with the parents. Our main goal is to work for the teachers, to help them educate in a more proper way. The goal for the resource center is to support the development of tactile linguistic dimension, and the most important thing is to have a committed, accessible interaction between another person. And here I will try to show you a short movie that will illustrate a child. It's Hannah. She is 2 years of age, and she's playing together with her mother. And I will show it first time without saying anything, and the other time I will tell you a few things about their communication. So just look carefully, and you will see, of course, different things, every one of you. So, if I'm lucky, here we go. Okay, I forgot to give you a few facts. You saw a 2-year-old kid playing with her mother, but she has no vision, and she has a little bit of hearing on one of her ears. She had a hearing aid on one of her ears, so she has a little bit of hearing. And I won't have the time to ask you what you did see on the film, but we will look at the video clip once again, and I will show you a few things that teachers who look at videos a lot can see and can stress on. So I will start the movie again, and then after 12 seconds you will hear her starting to breathe a little bit more. And the mother tries to blend in to also do the breathing and to do that in her ear where she can hear the best. And soon you can hear more sounds that she starts to make. And the mother tries to blend in and do the same. Coughing. And after this, something interesting happens in a few seconds. If you look on her left side, on her left hand, she starts to move a little to see how far away would I like to have mother, which tempo should we start to play in, and maybe, yeah, now we start. Okay? You get it? It's quite interesting when you have the time to look into videos like this. All children with congenital deafblindness create unique body expressions and express their feelings, needs, and thoughts. Example of body expressions are body movements, facial expressions, and pointing. Knock at the door before entering could be a rule for making contact with a child or an adult person with congenital deafblindness. Being touched on the foot, shoulder, or the arm is for many more comfortable and is the least intrusive way to contact a person with deafblindness. And you might think you don't have so much experience of tactile modality, but if you look at these beautiful pictures, you can see that all of us have quite a lot of experience of tactile modality. Me and Berit, we would like to end with saying that this way of working, our remaining conviction is that if you have a challenge, that you could see what the challenge are, you define the goal, a short-term and a long-term goal, and you start to work together in a team, with a multidisciplinary team. You have a really, really good opportunity to reach your goals. And in a way, of course, we are jealous of you who will start to work with this now. But most of all, we would like to say congratulations before nothing less than that. You have put a strong team together, the knowledge and the experiences from many areas, and we think that you could mix that in a very good way. So enjoy the time that Suitcase gives you, 3 years of possibilities. And we will try to give you advices if we can. Both me and Berit are available to the advisory board. But always remember, a tool is just a tool. A well-educated, committed teacher is the most important condition to succeed with the growth of communication for children with deafblindness. Thank you for listening, and this is the contacts for me and Berit. Thank you.